you're seeing this video while you're doom scrolling, stop for a second. I want to ask how your spiritual life is. How you are with Jesus right now. How's your walk looking? How's your spiritual life? Is it good? Is it where you want it to be? Are your fruits bearing? Is your heart in the right place with the Lord? Have you spent time in His presence? Have you strengthened yourself in Him? You see, we spend time distracting ourselves a lot, and we get distracted. And when we get distracted, we fill up our cups with doom scrolling or hanging out with people we shouldn't, or just listening to worldly music, or consuming things that we know aren't godly. We start filling our cup up with corruption, and we're filling it up, and making our cup dirty before the Lord. And that becomes your spiritual walk, that becomes your spiritual life. And you start feeling distance from God, and you start disappointing yourself in the things you're doing. You're saying, man, I haven't been acting godly recently. Man, I feel so far from the Lord. And you feel almost hopeless. But I'm telling you, the secret to that not happening is strengthening yourself in the Lord continuously. Continuously strengthen yourself in the Lord. And it's not by doing a miracle or God using you in a mighty way, but it's spending time in prayer by yourself, just you and God, and letting Him work on you and fill your cup up with godly things, spending time in the Word and gaining knowledge and gaining insight about God, and just strengthening your soul with this. That's what it's about. It's about making sure that God's your priority and that you're staying vigilant. You're spending time within the throne room of God, on your knees, praying before Him, and ask Him to fill your cup, get anointed. That's how you walk godly. That's how you continuously have a godly lifestyle. And it starts with prayer. It starts with your secret place. It starts with your intimacy with God. It starts with that relationship with Him, allowing Him to fill your cup. In Matthew 14:22, it's beautiful, because Jesus just fed the multitude. He fed 5,000 men, not including women and children, with 5 loaves of bread and 2 fishes. And He does this beautiful miracle. But this is what He does right after. It says this: immediately Jesus made His disciples get into a boat and go before Him to the other side, while He sent the multitude away. And when He had sent the multitude away, He went up on the mountain by Himself to pray. Now when evening came, He was alone there. And then He does another miracle by walking on water. But brothers and sisters, He prioritized praying. He prioritized His secret moments with God. And that wasn't the only time He did it in the Bible. He does it all throughout the gospel. You will just see Jesus leave and go by Himself secretly. Jesus leaves and goes and prays by Himself. He isolates Himself. He goes and spends time with God on His own. When you stop prioritizing your secret place with God, it'll start to bear. You'll start to see your fruit. You'll start to see what's like your cup is empty, and it's just consumed with everything else you're consuming it with. Because if you're not consuming God, if you're not devouring the Lord and His Word, then you're devouring worldly things. You're watching things you shouldn't watch. You're listening to things you shouldn't listen to, and that's where the fruit you start to bear is from them. And you fall into that, and I fall into that as a Christian. I hope God will use me to do something amazing, and I'm so happy. And I don't spend the next day with Him in prayer. And then the next day after that, oh man, I feel like almost like my old self before I came to Christ. And I'm like, man, God, what's going on? I'm sorry, God, I need to get in your presence. And I go and I spend time with the Lord, and my soul is refreshed. And I get in His Word, and I'm strengthened. And I just strengthen myself in Him. And He fills me with His Spirit again. I get a fresh outpouring of His presence. And I feel so strong. I feel so amazing. And I thank the Lord. And that's what I feel like this video is coming across your screen for. If you're feeling distance from God, if you haven't felt His presence in a while, if your fruits aren't bearing the best right now, spend time with Him. Shut the app down. Shut TikTok down. Shut Instagram down. Shut YouTube down. Turn it off. Get into prayer. Fall on your knees. Cry out to Him. Get desperate for Him in this moment. And just say, Father, I'm here, Lord. I want you to be the priority. I want you to be what my heart desires. I want to follow you, God. I love you, Jesus. And get in your secret time. This is a call, a moment for you to get in your secret place with the Lord and just be strengthened by Him, encouraged by Him, loved on by Him. Thank you. In Jesus' name, amen.